Hello, in the first step of this video tutorial I'm gonna demonstrate you how you can switch your user interface between toolbars and ribbons. In the moment we use the ribbon interface. To switch to the toolbar interface, we select the menu, we click on Settings, User Interface, and we select Toolbars. Now we use the toolbar interface. To get back to the ribbon interface, we select Settings, User Interface, and Ribbons. Now we're back at the ribbon interface, and in the second part of this video tutorial I'm gonna demonstrate you the two different kinds of context menus in the ribbon interface. In the first step, I will show you an example for functions which require direct input. Therefore, we create a new project. We open also a 3D view, and we place the views vertical side by side. Please note, for all functions that require properties and which have no visible change in an open view when you select them, for example, wall entry, guidelines, window constructions, you can select the associated setting menu by clicking the right mouse button inside of a view, for example, the 2D or 3D view. In the settings menu, you can define the properties of the selected function, for example, changing the wall thickness, window dimensions, or the guideline color before the entry. For example, we select building, walls, external wall, and between 2 points chain. And now we want to change, for example, the wall thickness to 0.50 meters. Therefore, we press in the ribbon interface inside one of the views, in our case, for example, inside of the 2D view, the right mouse button, and we select Properties. Now we enter for the thickness 0.50 meters, and after it we confirm with OK. Now we can start to enter the wall. We press Escape. One more example, we want to enter some guidelines and we want to change the color of the guidelines. So we select 2D and Layout, 2D Guidelines, Guideline, and for example, Horizontal Guideline. Now we make a right mouse click, select Properties, we click on Appearance, we select a color, for example a green color, and we press OK, OK, and OK. Now all guidelines get displayed in green color. All guidelines get now displayed in green color, also, for example, the vertical guidelines. If we want to change the color one more time, we press again the right mouse button, we select Properties, we click on Appearance, select a color, for example a yellow color, and we press OK, OK, and OK. Now the guidelines get displayed in yellow. Of course, also the horizontal guidelines. In another example, we want to create a polygon. Therefore, we select Polygon and Closed Polygon. Before we enter the polygon, we defined the properties of the polygon, therefore we press the right mouse button and we select Properties. We select, for example, filling, for the fill style, monochrome, and for the fill color, brown. After it we press OK, OK, and OK. When we create now a polygon, we can see that it's filled with brown color. Also, if we switch in the meanwhile to another function, for example, again the external walls, we can see that the properties stay the same. Therefore, we select again 2D in Layout, Polygon and Closed Polygon. We enter again the polygon and we can see that also this polygon is filled with brown color. In the beginning of this video tutorial, we have chosen for the external wall a wall thickness of 0.50 meters. When we zoom now a little bit into the view and we open the context menu of the wall with a double left mouse click or a right mouse click, Properties, we can see that the thickness is still 0.50 meters. In the second option, I will show you an example for functions which can be selected direct. Please note, for all functions which trigger an immediate change in a view when you click on them, for example ray tracing or the internal light sources, you can access an associated setting menu by clicking the right mouse button on the function. Functions which can be selected direct still have the context menu on the function. For example, ray tracing. We select the 3D view and we click on 3D functions. To ray trace the 3D view, we click on the function ray trace. To adjust the function ray trace, we make a right mouse click. We select at the point anti-aliasing, for example, strong anti-aliasing. We select also the smooth shadows and we press OK. When we click now on the function ray trace, the 3D view gets ray traced with the new defined properties. One more example where we can select the context menu direct over the function are the internal light sources. We make a right mouse click at internal light sources. We select, for example, calculate sun position, and now we will calculate the sun position for a specific date and a specific intensity. We define the light intensities. Now we select a date and, for example, a time. After it, we can press OK. When we click now again on Ray Trace, we can see that the shadows have changed and that our new adjustments for the internal light sources get considered. Now a short summary. Summary. Functions which require a direct input in an open viewport. For all functions that require properties and which have no visible change in an open view when you select them, for example, wall entry, guidelines, window constructions, you can select the associated setting menu by clicking the right mouse button inside of a view. For example, the 2D or 3D view. In the settings menu, you can define the properties of the selected function. For example, changing the wall thickness, window dimensions, or the guideline color before the entry. Functions which can be selected direct. For all functions which trigger an immediate change in a view when you click on them, for example, ray tracing, internal light sources, you can access an associated setting menu by clicking the right mouse button on the function. In the third and last part of this video tutorial, I'm gonna demonstrate you how we can switch between existing views. Therefore, we open in the first step a new project. Now we maximize the 2D view and we open also a 3D view. To switch between the views, we can use the project viewer at the right side. If we would like to switch, for example, to the 2D view, we select the 2D view, press the right mouse button and select Set as Current Element. If we would like to switch back into the 3D view, we select the 3D view with a left mouse click, we press the right mouse button and we select Set as Current Element. Of course, there's also a shortcut to switch faster between the views. Therefore, we press Ctrl and we select, for example, the 2D view. To switch back to the 3D view, we press again Ctrl and we select the 3D view with a left mouse click. Now we click one more time on the 2D symbol to open one more 2D view and also one more 3D view. When we take now a look at the project viewer, we can see that we have 4 views parallel opened. Now we place the 4 views vertical side by side. Therefore, we click on the function vertical. Now we select, for example, one of the 3D views. We turn the view a little bit and we zoom into the view. Now we select one of the 2D views and we zoom also here a little bit into the view. Now we have 4 views with 4 different view positions. If we enter now, for example, a wall, we select Building, Walls, External Wall, and for example, between 2 points, Chain. We can see the wall in each view, but in a different view position or angle. Now we select, for example, one of the 3D views. We maximize the view and we zoom a little bit out of the view. Now we press again Ctrl and we select one of the 2D views. Now we zoom also out of this view, and now we place the views again vertical side by side. Now we will close one of the 2D views and one of the 3D views. There are two different options how we can close views. To close the 2D view, we click, for example, on X. And to close one of the 3D views, we select the desired view in the project viewer. We press the right mouse button and we select Close View. Now we maximize the 2D view and we press the shortcut Position 1 or Home for the function Show All. Thanks for watching. For more tutorials, visit our website cadvilla.com.